This book is arranged according to a one-year chronological plan, but you don't have to buy a chronological Bible. In fact, I encourage you not to because it's probably laid out differently than the plan we are doing. Each day's reading is listed at the top of each day in the book. Unlike a front-to-back plan, canonical, or plans that have you read from both the Old and New Testaments each day, the chronological plan takes you through the story of Scripture as it happened. Since Bibles aren't laid out in order, this plan will occasionally have you flipping back and forth a bit. You can go to thebiblerecap.com/start for a free printable calendar to chart your progress. When it comes to Bible translations, it seems like everyone has a favorite among the many options. Some people prefer readability, while others prefer precision. The ESV, English Standard Version, is what we'll be quoting primarily, and it has a great mix of both. While it's not necessarily the most readable translation, I've chosen it instead of other translations that are slightly easier to read because it is a word-for-word translation. The options that are slightly easier to read, like the New Living Translation or the New International Version, are often phrase-for-phrase translations. And some versions, like the Message, for instance, are best read as commentaries because they're more of a retelling than a translation. Each day, you'll read the assigned chapters in the Bible. When something stands out at you as meaningful or encouraging, take note of it in your journal. When you're confused about something you read, write a question about it in your journal so you can research it later. After you finish reading the day's Bible chapters, come back to this book to get a summary and highlight reel along with some explanations of the more confusing parts of the text. The D Group team has also built a list of free resources for you on our website that correspond to the days of this plan, thebiblerecap.com/links. We'll include a footnote in the days that have resources so you'll know when to look for those. Each day in this book ends with a section called Today's God Shot, which points to one place where God's attributes are on display in that day's reading. It's called a God Shot because it's a snapshot of God's character. I encourage you to look for your own God Shot each day, too. He's on every page of Scripture, so keep your eyes peeled for things that reveal Him to you. What He says and does, what He loves and hates, and what motivates Him to do what He does.